your skin for so long. Oh, I am in your head, so tell me, is it wrong? Oh, you fell under my spell, so well, so well. Oh, you fell under my spell, so well, so well. You fell under my spell now, my spell, my spell, my spell. You fell under my spell now, my spell, my spell, my spell, my spell, my spell, my spell. You fell under my spell now, my spell, my spell, my spell, my spell. You fell under my spell. You fell under my what I feel, my spell inside, my spell. I know it's right. What I can, my spell, and I hide, my spell, might still under my spell. My spell, my spell. You fell under my spell now, my spell, my spell. You fell under my spell now, You fell under my spell now, You fell under my spell now. You were perfection, I was the mess. I lacked emotion, you did your best. I was behind you through every step. You lost your way and you fell instead. Fell instead. Fell instead.
Solar eclipses. Solar eclipses. Solar eclipses. intoxicated. Maybe we can start it.
Maybe feelings change, I can remember all the reasons why we went separate ways. Feeling all alone in your company, keeping you captive with busy chains.
We're night and day, solar eclipses. Too afraid to look, too scared to miss it. We're night and day, solar eclipses. Solar eclipses. Solar eclipses. Caught up in your gravity, always end up lost in your wake. Intoxicated, maybe we get started again. Caught up in your gravity, always end up lost in your wake. Intoxicated, maybe we get started again. How are we built? Depends. Solar eclipses. Solar eclipses. Solar eclipses. Caught up in your gravity, always end up lost in your wake. Intoxicated, maybe we get started again. Caught up in your gravity, always end up lost in your wake. Intoxicated, maybe we get started.
Maybe feelings change, I can remember.
Good evening, FTL. Welcome back to Week 8. Today we have Expert League, Unicorns versus Monkeys. I believe Unicorns are 5-2 with Monkeys at 2-5. Should be a great game here today. We do have a reserve, I believe, from Unicorns, was it, KG?
I believe so, or yes, I believe so. The Unicorns, I believe, had to bring up somebody, so this is going to be an interesting matchup. But it doesn't mean anything. You got to play the game, and I'll be honest, they're looking to play a little spoiler, and that can bring you up a bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%. And up to you if we want to. Let's get these players in here.
Yeah, we'll let them know what. Oh, never mind. Somebody beat me to it, and I love it. No, seriously, this is going to be awesome. I can't wait for the first matchup on the docket. We've got 3 in, waiting for the last one. Get a little awkward here, and there we go. Melly Jelly does make it in finally, and Hunter and Timmy B wears jorts are going to meet, and they send it to the side. Austin coming off the wall looking for a play, and it's going to go wide as Hunter pushes this to the side, with Timmy with a nice play coming off the back wall looking for another touch. Can't do it, but Austin's there, sending it in. Easy goal for Austin, and that starts off 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, so far, Unicorn's coming off strong, even with a pull-up reserve. And looking like, I would assume, this is going to be a really close game, but I guess we'll have to find out. We've got Austin and Melly on the kickoff. We're going to see Timmy back off this ball a little bit, take a 50 in his corner. We're going to see Austin try and get this one out of here, maybe to his teammate. Hunter cutting that one off, though. Austin should have ball here. Taps it over Hunter. Tries to get it over Melly. Gets it around him. I'm getting a little bit of latency if you want to take over.
Absolutely. Austin's going to get a good challenge on that. Melly can't quite catch that. That's a push by Timmy. Can they get there in time? Hunter does and saves that one. Gets it into the corner. Tried to pass it back to Austin. Austin with a great catch. Sends it to the other side where Timmy trying to make a play. Austin takes that mid boost. Melly goes for boost. Timmy misses it and is not able to get this too dangerous. Austin maybe sending a pass. Can't get the pass off, but Timmy B's there and it just slides off Melly Jelly and hits the back of the net, man. Cool.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunate there from Hunter to not have a whole lot of boost. But we'll see if they can come back here. We're going to see Timmy and Hunter on the kickoff. Straight to Melly. Goes for the shot and will get it. Plenty of time here for the Monkeys. I think pretty good game so far. What do you say?
I agree, right? I I like the fact that the Monkeys are early on getting that goal, because if you're obviously if you get 3 goals, 4 goals, you don't really want that to happen. So it's nice to see it's a little competitive spirit here as Timmy tries to take it out of the corner. Hunter's gets a good 50, off the ceiling. Austin is able to beat Melly Jelly and get it into the Monkeys corner. Hunter gets that corner boost, tries to push it forward. Timmy, no boost, keeps it in. Hunter with the 50. Melly's taking over now, trying to push this forward. Fakes Timmy for a second, and that ball's inside the corner as Austin takes a hold and is trying to push this out of their zone. Hunter, the 50, keeps it in the zone. Melly's on it, but unfortunately centers it. That's not quite good. Timmy sends it to the back post, but can't quite get it there as Melly is able to push this a little more off to the side. Austin sends it in, though. Nobody getting there in time. And Austin, that's 2 goals, and we're not even halfway through.
That is quite an interesting challenge there, but pretty well read by Austin, seeing that his opponent was on the back wall there, not able to get close enough to the ball to get the 50 that he needed. And that's just unfortunate for the Monkeys. We're going to see Hunter and Timmy on this kickoff. Melly taking this ball, does have an open net and will take it. I'm assuming that's a miscommunication error from the Unicorns, but well done by the Monkeys.
Yeah, that's a great answer. That's another good answer. They're just down 1 still. They need a little bit of defense, a couple things to go their way. This is going to be a win by Hunter. Melly is going to take that mid boost, maybe going for goal. Does go for goal. Timmy with a great save, and it hits the top of the backboard. Hunter sending it down, and yet another great save by Timmy. I'm not sure it actually counts. Melly turning on it, getting that mid boost. That's a pass to Hunter. Hunter missing it as Melly Jelly goes flying past with Austin trying to get a clear, and Melly stopping that one. Hunter's really far back, no real follow-up. Timmy's going to take over, looking for maybe a hook shot. Gets that hook shot in near post, but Hunter with a great save. Clover, we're halfway through, and both teams playing really well, and neither really have the greatest edge.
Yeah, 100%. The Monkeys are looking a little scared on defense, though, and you really hate to see that, but they have had a few offensive plays that have just been so close. But with the Monkeys stuck on defense here for most of the game, it's kind of hard to tell what's going to happen. And that's just not the save you want there from Melly, I believe. And it's just unfortunate. Not getting the touch you want, that's really heartbreaking almost.
Yeah, you can definitely see what you want to do there, but unfortunately, sometimes it just doesn't happen, but we still have plenty of time. There's still 2 minutes. Melly Jelly and Austin going to meet. Melly Jelly gets the win on that. Hunter's going to be a little aggressive. Sends this in. That's going to be not quite dangerous enough as Melly both doesn't have boost, and Timmy was able to get a good clear. Melly turns on that. Good stop. Austin missing. Can Hunter beat Timmy? They both slow down, and the 50 hits into the Monkeys' corner. Melly tries to pop it up. Austin trying to stop. Hunter doesn't challenge. Melly is able to stop the second one, and that was a chance for them to extend this lead even more, but the Monkeys still have a little time left. Shot, but not able to get there, Clover.
All right, let's see here. Got Hunter on this ball up in the Unicorns' corner. We're going to see Timmy get the save. Hunter with full boost, going to try and turn on this ball to hold the pressure. Timmy with a great clear, might just be open, and that's unfortunate. Looks like Melly went for the mid boost instead of rotating the pads back to his net, seeing as though Hunter might have passed them the ball there a little bit. And that's just unfortunate from the Monkeys. I think they really need to lock in here.
Yes, I still say there's time, but a minute 9's not a lot, and you've got that third enemy now. Melly Jelly trying to move up, fakes out Austin. That is a great play right there. That cuts the lead 3-5.
Really good play there by the Monkeys, reading that he had to go quick as last man. With his teammate in front of him especially. Can't give him a lot of time on the ball there, especially here in Expert League. We're going to see Melly and Austin on this kickoff. Unicorns winning this one. Melly's going to try and pop this high to get him away from the ball. Not the best jump there by Timmy, however, wasting a lot of boost. Does get his corner and will pop it over Melly towards the Monkeys' corner. Trying to get a pass out mid. Does get it, but does get blocked by Melly. We're going to see a pinch by Melly. Up into the Unicorn side of the field. on the back wall. Timmy does get a clear. Austin with a really good save there as well, passing it to his teammate in order for him to get the boost as well. We're going to see Austin on this ball maybe. Does get the save.
Ooh.
And we've got 20 seconds left on the clock here. What are you thinking the Monkeys are going to do?
Oh my gosh, they just keep Pepper in the back of the net, but great saves right there, especially in clutch time by the Unicorns. Not a lot of time. They need something to happen right here. It needs to go in quick, and they can't do it yet. Another save by Austin, and that ball's going to... It doesn't actually matter what happens right now. The Unicorns win with a 2-goal lead, and I loved that game one, full of action. Some defensive breakdowns here a little bit on the Monkey side, but I still think that was a fun game, and I'm actually excited for game 2.
Yeah, 100%. And I think the Monkeys really need to step up their game, especially on defense, I would say, because there were a few times that the Unicorns got open nets, and it's kind of rough as well. It could be communication. I have no idea, but I know that they're better than this, and they can definitely come back here in game 2.
Yes, that was and I liked the fact that the Unicorns were able to keep their composure pretty much the entire time. They played very smooth, except for that one fake, of course. Melly Jelly, a very, very nice fake, sent Austin flying by, and I got to see it like 3 times because of the replay on screen and the stream itself. So it was a fun time, but like you said, the series is not anybody's right now. I think the game 2, this will be the one. This is going to be it. We're going to fight. We're going to figure it out.
Yeah, 100%. And we're about to see if the Monkeys can come back here. We're going to have Melly and Austin on the kickoff to start this game off. Let's see here. We've got Monkeys with a win on this one, planning out their kickoff to try and get in an early goal. We're going to see Unicorns on their back wall, trying to push this over, maybe get a counterattack. Gets a shot to the back wall. Melly with a good clear, though. And Austin trying to stay on this one. Almost gets the shot just right off the crossbar. Now we're going to see Hunter clearing this one out to Melly. Melly doesn't get the touch he wants, but Austin is looking a little awkward here. Pass to his teammate, and that will go right in. Hunter just barely not getting the touch that he needs there.
That was a great slowdown by Austin. Good pass, and Timmy right there reading it. Hunter, it was decent positioning, but not good enough, unfortunately, and that ball skids right in. 30 seconds in. It's a nice statement by the Unicorns. Melly Jelly moving up, can't quite get there as Austin is able to 50 it. Melly Jelly missing that corner boost. Austin looking for a shot on goal, but Melly was able to get them awkward, and they probably needed that because Austin was barreling down on that one. Timmy keeps it in. Hunter needs to clear it. Austin can't quite get there in time. Off the ceiling. Can Melly beat Timmy? No. Timmy hits it to the side. Hunter decides to go for a shot. Melly can't move in front of it. And unfortunately, an opportunity not quite there. Timmy going for goal and gets it. What a slam off of that one. That Clover, Unicorns are playing well.
I agree, and especially with their reserve, too. I would say they're putting in some pretty good work. And it's looking good for the Unicorns so far. And I'm honestly excited. I'm rooting for the Unicorns because they've come off strong, of course, but I guess we'll have to see. Who are you rooting for?
To be brutally honest, game 5. That's what I'm rooting for. I really do like the see the teams play. Oh, with a bump move. Can Hunter slam it in? Almost hits it off of Melly, but Melly gets out of the way. 2-1, cutting that lead in half. And this is a little deja vu-y from the last game, but we still have plenty of time.
Yeah, 100%. And Monkeys really stepping up right here. We're not seeing as many saves, though, which is quite unfortunate, given that one of their shots could have been a save. But we're going to see Unicorns just trying to get every shot in that they can. Austin not quite getting there in time. Hunter with the counterattack, and it will go in. Timmy just not quite able to get there with low boost, and I would say that's kind of an unfortunate commit there from Austin, not quite getting the shot. And really close there. What do you think?
Definitely very close. It couldn't get that on, and this is the first time that the Monkeys have been tied, other than obviously the 0-0 you got. So we're going to see how they respond. That's going to hit the ceiling, a chance to go in, but it's going to back wall and be a little harmless. Melly, I think, was going for boost. Timmy goes for goal. Hunter can't get back, and my goodness, Timmy just caught Hunter in neutral.
That's a really good clear there. Powerful shot. Hunter not quite being able to get there, not expecting the bang, I would think. Now we're going to see Melly and Austin on this kickoff. Melly does win. Timmy with the counter. Got 100 boost. Teammate on the on the left. And then there we've got the new crossbar ping. We're going to see Austin trying to stay on this ball, trying to make Melly awkward. Timmy getting the better 50 out of it. Hunter clearing this one out, trying to just stay on this one as much as he can. Even with low boost, still going. And that's some better offense, I would say. Melly taking his time, getting it around one, jumping a little too late to get over the second. Now we're going to see Hunter make a clear to his corner, try and buy his teammate some time to get back. Timmy not quite getting the 50 there. Melly low boost, does get the best clear he possibly can. Austin reading that one. We're going to see Hunter flick over one, open net, and we're going to see Melly Belly shoot that one in with a great pass from Hunter.
And a great finish. The open goal right there. Nobody back, and Melly putting it right where it needs to be, and that's a great shot. We're just past halfway, and we're kind of at the same place, except for now we're tied. First game was relatively similar. Unicorns kept the lead pretty much the entire game, or did the entire game. But now we've got Austin trying to come off the wall. Does a little flip reset, can drag it in, but Hunter with a good save. Melly takes that corner boost, comes off the wall. Unfortunately, not probably what they're looking for. Tried to get a pass, but couldn't quite get there. Austin comes away from it, does take it, now comes off the wall. Timmy is in passing position. Timmy goes up for the shot, gets it in, but Hunter with another great save. And Melly Jelly getting demoed by Austin. We're under 2 minutes. Hunter with a clear, and Clover, we're still tied, and that was an opportunity for the Unicorns. Uh-oh.
Yeah, 100%. It's looking like the Monkeys are trying to step up their defense, and it's really working. And
oh, no way.
That's unfortunate.
No way.
Not enough boost for Melly to get there. Kind of sucks. Almost had the lead there. And now we're going to see Melly trying to just keep them out of possession as best as he can. And I think that's honestly a really good strategy here. Good save there by Hunter, reading the ground double from Austin. Now, not a lot of boost to work with. Does flip a little too far out of position. We're going to see Melly on this ball. Timmy taking that one. Unfortunately, too hard of a touch for Austin to read there. And that's not the best 50 from the Unicorns, but Hunter, they're just trying to keep as much pressure as they can. I mean, the Monkeys are looking a lot better in this game too. And kind of scary, honestly.
Wow, nice clear right there. Great double save, I think, by Melly Jelly. Hunter tries to get it out of the corner. Timmy wants to keep it in. Melly wants to keep it out. Austin not quite enough boost. Has to go get the mid. Melly going for goal, but not a great touch. Melly does get that corner boost. Going for a pass. Can Hunter go up for it? Hunter goes for it. Missed by Timmy, and Hunter, I don't know. He's maybe found his prey.
Yeah, that's a great pun, actually. And Monkeys coming off a lot stronger in the end of this game here, the last half. We've got Austin and Melly on this kickoff, going towards the Monkeys' side. Timmy's going to just pressure this one as hard as he can. Hunter with a save. Straight to Austin, though. Melly with a save. We'll see Timmy try and just stay on this one to buy his teammate some time for boost. Now we're going to see Hunter on this ball. Austin with a great clear. Melly's going to catch this one. Taking it up the wall. Does flip around one. Hunter going for the pass. Austin trying to read the shot. But unfortunate miss there. Or fortunate by Hunter. Keeping it in their side. And let's see if the Unicorns can get a 0-second here. Monkey's going to put that down, and it's game 2 to the Monkeys. A lot better this game, 100%.
Oh, yeah, that was another game full of action. Both teams playing really well yet again. This time, unfortunately, Unicorns couldn't take advantage the way they did against the Monkeys in game 1. So, I mean, look at the Unicorns. They had 14 shots to 6, but the Monkeys had the 8 saves. So that's pretty good. And, they scored 4. One save by the Unicorns. It was, they were able to get in. I mean, this was a good turnaround for game 2. That makes game 3 even that much more interesting.
And if we're going in a pattern here, you might get what you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we'll just have to find out. But if the Monkeys can keep this up, I definitely believe they can shoot this one back. Especially with how they performed in this last game. I mean, it's looking a little bit more promising.
I agree. I'm not sure what I can't even point to anything that went wrong for the Unicorns. I think the Monkeys just played a little faster, and then a couple things went their way, and then some 50s here, 50s there, and they played well. I mean, both teams are playing really good. Not a ton of mistakes, so I think game 3 is going to be awesome, Clover.
Oh yeah, 100%. We're gonna see Melly and Timmy on this ball, and now we're gonna see Hunter trying to get the best touch that he can to his teammate. Austin up for that one. We're gonna see Melly take his time here much as he can. Ooh, great recovery there by Melly. Austin's gonna turn on this one and get the boost. Does flip it over Melly. Hunter's there for the pickup. We're gonna see Timmy put himself in a little bit of a 1v1 here. Melly with the early chow. Hunter not quite getting the touch. Melly is there to back him up though. Not quite getting the touch that Timmy wants, but Melly going for an early flick, gets the demo and will put that one in. In a 1v1, demos are very crucial, especially if you're wanting to win so badly. And that's a great play there by the Monkeys.
That was an angry demo too. Went right for him, knew exactly what they were doing. Hunter and Timmy going to meet right in the middle. Hunter gets the 50 and slides it up the wall, but unfortunately no follow-up from either, and the missed mid boost. That makes it a little awkward. Hunter tries to catch this, sends it to Timmy, gets the 50 win, rolls off the ceiling. Can Melly get there in time? Does. It's going to go wide right. Looking for a bump opportunity. Hunter gets a little touch, and Timmy is able to clear this out. Nice little catch. Can he get in front of Hunter? Can't. Austin with a follow-up. It goes wide right and not able to get it in. And the equalizer is not there. Melly's looking to clear it. Unfortunately, centers it, but Timmy's not there to take advantage. Looking for a pass, goes flying past it. Melly clears it and gives the Unicorns a chance to come back, get some boost, but unfortunately, Hunter sends it right back in. It's a dangerous opportunity, possibly. Hunter sends it in. Melly sends it down. What a save by Timmy. I mean, that ball was going like 90 miles an hour, and Timmy was able to get that one out, Clover.
We're going to see Melly stay on this ball with not a lot of boost. And the Monkeys really putting in the pressure here. Shot from Melly, just a tad wide. Decent pop-up by Austin. We're going to see Hunter try and stay on this. Melly grabbing that mid. Going to take his time here to buy his teammate some time. Goes up. It's a good 50 over Austin. Timmy's there to save it, though. You see a 50 there from Timmy and Hunter. Another 50. Good beat, though, by Melly. We're going to see both of them up, and it does... Ooh, what a save there by Timmy. My gosh, man. That's insane.
Oh, yeah, 3 saves right now but versus 1 last game. That defense is picking up, and unfortunately not enough boost for Austin. Great play by Melly this time. And now this time they have a 2-0 lead almost halfway through, and it's going to be interesting to see what the Unicorns do to answer. They need one.
Yeah. And, I mean, Monkeys looks like they went up 2 rank sets, I would say, but that's... Ooh, just barely off there from Melly, and we're going to see Hunter staying on this one, and if it's anything like the last game, there it is. Pass from Hunter straight to Melly. Austin, unfortunately, not able to get the clear that he needs, and just a little awkward, but Monkeys are looking fantastic this game.
Yes, they are putting on a lot of pressure, and they're doing a great job trying to make a statement for their series. Timmy's coming in. That's a good 50 by Hunter. Ball still in the corner. Timmy's going up for it. Maybe a fake there. Austin gets 50 by Hunter yet again. Melly can't get a touch. Going in there, Melly with a good 50 to clear it. Austin getting to hit this one. Back wall looking for maybe a self setup. Can't do it. And what a shot by Timmy to hit it off the post and go in. Clover, that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, Unicorns trying to come back here, and it's definitely possible. 2 minutes on the clock? I mean, come on. 100% they can come back here. And I mean, Monkeys, with how they've been playing, I'm rooting. And we're going to see Timmy on this ball. Gets a 50 against Melly. Melly does win this one. He will try and take this around Austin. Gets a demo. It is 2v1, and that's a little scary. Hunter not quite able to get it over him, though. We're going to see Melly try and take this one up a little bit. Tries to get the best 50 he can. We're going to see another... Ooh, that's a good fake there by Austin. Not playing for the 50, but playing for his next touch. Now, low boost. It is a little scary for the Unicorns. Timmy does pinch this one out and buys himself some time. Shot from Austin. Hunter on the back wall, able to clear this one out and carry it. Timmy with a cut. We're going to see him go for this ball again. Try and get a touch to Hunter, or to Austin. Austin not being there just quite. We're going to see an early jump from Austin. He's a little awkward, and Melly's going to put that one in there. Monkeys, they're really being monkeys. You know, they're all over this ball.
Yes, they are like that. Unfortunately, Austin at the end there couldn't get the corner boost and maybe played a factor, but unfortunately, we'll never really know. We got a minute 13. A 3-goal lead is doable, but definitely harder. Melly with a nice little slowdown, trying to get it over Austin. Austin gets a good challenge. Now coming off the wall, Melly chasing. Austin trying to get another play, does get another touch. Can't quite dunk Hunter. And unfortunately, that ball is still inside the Monkeys' corner. Good push by Austin. Timmy with no boost tries to keep going, and Melly's able to clear this out. Time becoming an even bigger factor as we're coming up on 30 seconds, and a 3-goal lead for the Monkeys is it's starting to become harder and harder, Clover.
Yeah, and from my point of view, I would say Monkeys have pretty much won this game. But there's always chance, and it's all up to kickoff goals. And barely off the back wall there from Timmy, and Austin getting the 50, and it's looking like we're just out of time. Monkeys in possession. It's looking like this game is pretty much over. But Unicorns still trying to put on as much pressure as they can, but that one's going to be on the ground in Game 3 to the Monkeys.
And I think that was a little bit more convincing than games 1 and 2. That would lean me to think the Monkeys have the advantage going into game 4. It doesn't mean that they're going to win. You definitely see the Unicorns have they played well, but right now the Monkeys do have a little bit of momentum, a little bit of confidence, and they just need to close it out. That's all.
We're seeing a server reset by the Monkeys today.
They get their one server reset, and we are going to back out for a moment. All right, I like what they're doing, and I say like, I mean, of course, this is your right as a streamed game, or actually even think that's the rights for the games themselves. It doesn't have to be streamed. You get a server reset and a timeout. So, you know, they're doing what they need to do. Nothing wrong with that. We've had game 1 go to the Unicorns, and then games 2 and 3 go to the Monkeys. We do again have a call up for the Unicorns playing really, really well. So there's still time for them to get right back in this and have I don't know, they're still plenty of time. Still possibly 2 games.
All right, let's see here. Now, the lobby is back up. So, I guess we're just waiting a second here.
Looks like we have. Oh, they're already ready. I mean, they're ready before us. Look at that. Or at least before me. I can't talk about anything else. I'll keep going. Timmy is going to meet Melly, and Timmy, and that's going to be a 50 hits off into the other side. Austin, no boost, waiting for Melly. That's going to hit off the wall. Timmy's going to do a good job of catching it. Now pushing forward. Ball's on the ceiling. Good flick up. Can they get another touch on it? They do. Pushing it home. That's a way to open it for the Unicorns.
I mean, great control there by the Unicorns and by Timmy. I mean, that's the perfect flick that you want straight to yourself, too. 1v2ing is quite hard, especially in these ranks. And, ooh, good kickoff there for the Monkeys. We're going to see Hunter try and stay on this one, get a pass to his teammate maybe. And that's a comeback there from the Monkeys. And quite early goals this game, I would say. But still anyone's game with over 4.5 minutes on the clock. So, who knows?
Exactly. This is still, we can go to game 5. You never know. I think Austin's going to try to pass it to Timmy. Melly reads it, sends it back, and that's going to go in. And unfortunately, that was slightly telegraphed. Melly took the chance and decided to be more aggressive than Timmy. And that was a great read, and they got it done.
Yeah, and Monkeys really showing who they are in these past couple games. Early goals, great challenges, good beats as well. And I mean, it's looking like, from what I've seen, they're a little more scared of the plays on the ground as well. And I'd say that's probably the Unicorns' best bet. But as well, they really need to focus their touches, I think. They're getting a little bit too hard of touches they want, I've noticed a few times. And, ooh, decent 50 there by Melly. Hunter's going to jump over him, send it to their corner. Gets a bounce. We're going to see Melly stay on this one. And Austin getting a clear, even with no boost. Hunter is going to take that boost from him. Try and clear this one out. Trying to just stay on. Leaves it for Melly. Great 50 there by Melly. And Austin, Hunter boost and ball. Hunter with an early challenge. We're going to see Melly try and shoot this one. And looks like the Unicorns are just a little awkward there on their back wall, as well as not quite being there in time.
Yeah, I think he tried to dodge Hunt. Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine.
I was going to say, it looked like they might have had to try to dodge Hunter there to make them awkward. So it was a good play by the Monkeys where Hunter, I think, just definitely had to force that to happen. This ball's a little dangerous if Melly gets there, but Timmy says no. Hunter's going to shoot this on target. It's going to go back wall. Melly's on the other side, sends it back post. Can't quite get it as Timmy gets the save. A little bit of an awkward touch. Austin trying to stop this. Melly gets over it, and Timmy, taking corner boost, gets that 50 win. Austin challenges this ball with Hunter there. Melly keeping it right back in the corner. Keeps it there again with a win. Can Melly push it forward? No. Timmy sends it to the opposite side and is able to get a clear, but still not able to get it out of their zone. And right now the Monkeys just still have, they're just a little stronger. And Austin, unfortunately, not able to get that one. And we're coming up halfway through, and it does feel like the Monkeys have a little bit of control right now.
Yeah, and with how they've been playing these past few games, you know, they aren't monkeying around per chance. And we're gonna see not the best touch from Hunter there. Instead of, you know, maybe I would say taking it to his corner, or, you know, or not quite getting the touch he wants. And Austin is there to counter it. And great play there by the Unicorns. Still enough time here for them to catch up, and maybe a game 5. We're going to see Timmy and Hunter on this kickoff. Unicorns do win. Ooh, a little bit of a miss there by Melly. Austin's going to take this up the corner. Melly, not a lot of boost, but will challenge this ball. We're going to see Timmy up the wall. Melly there for the counter. Leaving the ball, though. Austin will take this one. Melly with a challenge again. Hunter missing his touch. We're going to see maybe a pass out mid or just a shot there from Timmy. And it's 3-3 with a little under 2 minutes left. It's quite close.
Austin did a good job of getting Melly when Melly landed. Timmy, when I saw that shot going there, I got a little nervous it was going to hit the post, but they were able to tie it up, and that's a good job by the Unicorns. Austin going to send this inside the Monkeys corner. Hunter, not too dangerous. Austin sending it right back in. That was dangerous enough because Austin said, thank you. That's my goal.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at a lot better, or a lot better of positioning from the, I don't know how to say that. We're looking at better positioning here by the Unicorns. But
that's perfect.
We're going to see Hunter with a shot. Monkeys are they're coming back. They want that goal back so bad. And we're looking at 4-3 with a minute and a half left. Hunter clearing this one out. Timmy sending it right back. Melly trying to put it over him. Will do so. Melly staying on this ball as much as he can. Doesn't get the 50 he wants. It's a little awkward, and that will be another goal for the Unicorns. And it's looking like they're trying to turn it around as fast as possible to get the win.
They're becoming my favorites because they want a game 5 as much as I do. But maybe if the circumstances were switched, it would be the same thing, but it doesn't matter. There's still plenty of time right now for the Monkeys. They've been playing well. Still definitely not over. They can't sit back, the Unicorns, but that's a miss right there. It makes it a little harder. Austin keeping it into the corner. Hunter with no boost. Austin getting beat by Hunter. Timmy keeping it in its front post. Can't get the bump as Timmy. Austin has enough boost. It stops this one. Hunter goes up for that one and pushes it inside the Unicorn zone. Timmy gets kind of a center. It's a little dangerous. Gets it over Melly, though. Unfortunately, Melly not able to stop this. Hunter does take that corner boost, but Timmy with a fake and an open goal. And I gotta say, that's pretty savage.
Yeah, and looks like they took that fake right back. And I think, was it Melly on defense there?
Think so? Or was that Hunter? Unfortunately, I just saw yellow.
Yeah, me too. Just a little bit unfortunate. Just barely missing the ball there. Monkeys with a possible goal here, and that's a pinch right off of Austin, I believe, for it to go in at 128 kilometers an hour. But unfortunate taking it in front of the net there from Austin. Timmy not quite getting back to read that one. Just barely. We're going to see Timmy and Hunter on this kickoff. Austin going to try and win this one. Going to try and score this one. And, ooh, we're seeing an Eagles moment here from the Monkeys. Just with so much pressure from Austin. And that's just unfortunate.
Yeah, I know what Melly was thinking, trying to send it over, but unfortunately Austin was not having it and made it really, really awkward. And with 30 seconds and a 3-goal lead, while there's a possibility, things like this where that ball gets sent back in but not scored, that makes it harder. And Timmy sending it back in, open goal opportunity, and they get another one. Timmy taking it home. It is 4 goals apiece for the Unicorns. They're evening it out, and I think we're probably going to go to game 5, maybe?
Yeah, I would assume so. Being 4 goals up with a little less than 20 seconds, it's looking a little rough here for the Monkeys on this game 4. We're going to see a good kickoff win by neither team, straight in the middle. We're going to see Hunter with the win here, though. Melly getting the shot, will put it in. All right, 3 goals for 3 seconds. Can they do it?
It's possible, but I will say this. I love the fight. I like how they're trying to keep their confidence up. I like how they're trying to keep, maybe get some momentum on their side for the end, because we're probably going into game 5. That's a stop right there, and that unfortunately is going to waste too much time for anything to really happen. Hunter sending it in, not powerful enough. And yeah, it doesn't matter what the outcome is. Maybe Melly gets another goal here. Maybe Hunter gets a goal here. And does, and that's going. You know what? Maybe it does matter, even though they lost. Maybe that's some confidence. They know they can do this, and they know they can close it out.
And that's some decent pressure by the Monkeys going into Game 5 here, with a 0-second goal. Those are always the hardest, besides the average open net.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's really hard to tell who can win here. We're looking at only one save on the entire scoreboard here by Timmy. So defense wasn't quite the best in this game by either team.
Defense?
But we are looking at a good amount of shots. We're seeing 7 from the Unicorns and 8 by the Monkeys. So pretty tied up there. Just the goals. The accuracy was a lot better there from the Unicorns. And they are 7 for 8, given the Eagles moment by the Monkeys.
That's 100 and something. I don't know the math right now. Shooting, that's incredible. I also would like to point out that the Monkeys, however, on their side, they have 5 assists of the 6 goals but the Unicorns only have 2. So a lot of their plays have been, with each other and doing well. So it's going to be, that's the teamwork factor, and we'll see what happens. Because it's anybody's game. I don't have a prediction. I literally think it's anybody's game.
I couldn't agree more. And let's get right into this Game 5. We've got Hunter and Timmy on this kickoff. Timmy not flipping, unfortunately. We're going to see Hunter trying to put this one mid for his teammate. And we are looking at those assists you were talking about. And it's looking like that's their best strategy so far. Because it's hard to read. And you don't know where the opponent's putting the ball. But we're going to see Austin trying to clear this one out. Hunter will get a 50 here. Timmy will be in possession of this ball. Melly just trying to get him away from the ball. Will be bumping Hunter. Melly with the clear out to his corner. We're going to see a demo from Austin onto Melly. Timmy clearing this one into their corner again. Unfortunate miss there by Melly, though, and Timmy's going to put that one straight in their net. Good pressure coming into Game 5 here from the Unicorns.
Yeah, there was a lot of good things that happened for them right there. Monkeys had some opportunities to clear it, couldn't quite get there, and that one was one of them. But unfortunately, when you get demoed, you get a little discombobulated, and that was probably what happened. We're coming up to a minute. It's 1-0. I have to say, even though it's 1-0, it's definitely anybody's game because these teams have been going back and forth. Last game was just a defense optional game, so I'm a little excited to see how this one pans out as Austin slowing it down a little bit, getting around Melly. Good job by Hunter following that up with a good defensive 50. Melly has to stay back a little bit. That's a little awkward, trying to get it away. Austin trying to push it in. That's going to go off the wall with Melly getting a clear out as Timmy sending it down to Hunter. Can Hunter push it down? No, it's not powerful enough. 2 misses, and it's getting a little jumbled out there, Clover. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh.
Oh, no. That is the most unlucky save. I would be crying. And with no boost to even try to counter that, I don't think my brain could process getting out of the way for that. That's just a good play there by Monkeys and unfortunate from Unicorns. But we're going to see Timmy trying to pass this one to his teammate, taken after the Monkeys. Unfortunately, is getting bumped around the field, and Melly dribbling his opponent as well as the ball. That's quite the multitask, I would say.
That kind of almost just happened the last game the other side. This a little bit different, didn't kind of pool shot it in, but they're both teams playing absolutely like crazy. They're just playing, they're laying it all out there. Hunter, maybe a center, gets the corner, gets a 50 that hits off the ceiling. Melly's coming off the wall, trying to send it down, and does. Austin turns around in time and gets a push away. No save or anything or shot to worry about. Hunter does steal their boost. Bumps Timmy. Melly gets that mid and gets the ball. Gets a pinch and slides it in. What are we witnessing right now in Game 5, Clover?
I have no idea, but this game has been complete madness, and both teams are struggling as hard as they can, and straight from the bottom right post. That's quite the angle to hit there, especially. We're going to see Monkeys winning this kickoff. Timmy wins the boost, but not the ball. Hunter on this one. Maybe a flick. Does get it to the backboard. We're going to see Melly with a shot. Austin a little awkward going up the back wall, not getting the touch. And Monkeys in this game 5. With 3 minutes remaining, it's looking promising for them. But still, with the pressure and insane plays that have been going on this game, the Unicorns definitely have a chance to switch up their game here.
Oh yeah, definitely plenty of time. We're not even, well, we're just about to be halfway through. Austin with a good aggressive play. Tries to get the mid boost, can't do it. Timmy has got no boost, so they back away. Austin's got to do something with Melly. Trying to get a flip reset, can't quite get there. No follow-up. Austin is able to clear it. Timmy still doesn't have boost, unfortunately. Austin tries to pass it to Timmy. Timmy's able to get there. That's a back walled, kind of off the side, and no follow-up. Hunter decides to go for a shot. Austin is able to push this into their corner, and maybe going for a follow-up coming off the wall. Passes it to Timmy. Timmy's not able to quite get that on target. Or sorry, hit that solid, and pass maybe back to Austin. Hunter goes up for it, and Hunter wins that one under 2 minutes. 3-goal lead, and another goal. And I think we're seeing that time is going to be a big factor pretty soon.
Yeah, especially with 4 goals down, less than half the game left. Monkeys are not giving up their lead, and instead increasing it.
That's a big win for the Monkeys, but nobody follows it. Austin's going to try to pass this to Timmy. Timmy going up for it. That's a back wall. Austin's trying to read this. Timmy fouls it up instead. That's back wall yet again. And Melly's reading this one and gets the clear out and a possible back wall shot. No, Timmy gets up there. Timmy is able to take this boost. There's an opportunity. Maybe can Austin pass it back wall. Gets another touch. Hunter stops it. Timmy's got to go for it, but can't get the touch, and that's kind of what's happening here, Clover. Their touches this game, they're not quite true.
Unfortunately, they aren't. And Monkeys with a lot better defense this game as well, just keeping it out of their side. But we're seeing a good bump there to keep it away from the Monkeys' net. And we're seeing Timmy up the corner on this, off the ceiling, to the ground, gets the pinch. Not quite strong enough to get past Melly, though. Austin missing his touch. Melly trying to take time here. Hunter going for the shot to make sure that Austin wouldn't get back, but he does. We're going to see Timmy on this ball. Maybe a shot. Hunter is back for it, and we will have the ball here. Good flick over Timmy. We're going to see Melly take this one. And then Hunter. Monkeys they're going ballistic this game. And I must say, with their pressure, it's looking a little unfortunate for the Unicorns here with only 20 seconds left and 4 goals. By the last game we saw, I want to say it's almost over.
Yeah, this game, the Unicorns just couldn't get their touches to go where they needed to, and things like this kept happening. Hunter sending that one in and really just putting that final nail in the coffin. 8 seconds left.
Sidewall.
It was things are going right for the Monkeys. They just didn't go well for the Unicorns this game.
And we're seeing Monkeys still in the possession even after kickoff. And maybe a 0-second goal? Nah, unfortunate. But we're seeing Game 5 to the Monkeys. Unfortunately, we do not have time for an interview for them, but great performance there.
Yes, that was an excellent series. So first off, Unicorns, congratulations. Number 1, you played absolutely wonderful. And those who didn't know, not to give them any excuses, but I believe they had to pull somebody up who played really, really well. So I just got to say, congratulations, Unicorns, but Monkeys, that was a convincing Game 5 win.
Yeah, and 6-1, it's really tough for the Unicorns here. And even with the pull-up, I would say the Unicorns did an amazing job today. and Unicorns were just biting back harder and harder each game as they went on. And that was really fun to watch as well. Great games.
Heck yeah. All right. I mean, we've only got a few more minutes to the next game, so please stay tuned. Go get a drink because we've got another matchup coming up for you. I unfortunately would love to say I did my due diligence and my homework, but I kind of forgot who the teams were. We've got the Star League Gators Penguins coming up soon, so please don't go too far.
Solar eclipses. Solar eclipses. Solar eclipses. Caught up in your gravity, always end up lost in your wake. Intoxicated, maybe we get started again. Caught up in your gravity, always end up lost in your wake. Intoxicated, maybe we get started.
Maybe feeling change, I could be never. All the reasons why we've been separate ways. Feeling all alone in your company. Keeping you captive with daily chains.
When night and day, solar eclipses. Too afraid to look, too scared to miss it. When night and day, solar eclipses. Solar eclipses. Solar eclipses. Caught up in your gravity, always end up lost in your wake. Intoxicated, maybe we get started again. Caught up in your gravity, always end up lost in your wake. Intoxicated, maybe we get started again. Tomorrow we build. Depends on the future we want, we can make it as real. Maybe we will, though. Give up the ego. Making it feel good. Too scared to just let it go. Too scared to just let it go. Tomorrow we build. Depends on the future we want, we can make it as real. Maybe we will, though. Give up the ego. Making it feel good. Too scared to just let it go. Too scared to just let it go. Caught up in your gravity, always end up lost in your wake. Intoxicated, maybe we get started again. Caught up in your gravity, always end up lost in your wake. Intoxicated, maybe we get started again. We get started again. We get started.
Go on, myself. I'm cold, steel stainless. My glass half full. Always said, don't suffer no fools. Serpents, daydream. I bite, you call me lovely. Got a sweet tooth. Gonna get the sugar from you. When they say I'm a machine gun, I take it as a compliment. Honey, you should know I can be a weapon.
Welcome back, FDL. We have another game coming up a little bit late here. We've got Galloway in the booth with me. It is Week 8 Star League. Gators, Penguins. They are in. They are ready. Galloway, take it away.
Oh man, that was a match that almost didn't happen, but down to the actual last wire, the Gators were able to get there to the field. So we do have ourselves a match. Thankfully, we have Shade. We have T Nori for the Penguins going up against Robot Man and DFAT, a team that has only played once together this season, which is kind of crazy seeing how we're in Week 8. But that one time they played, they have won, and Robot Man is showing why with scoring the first goal off an awkward save attempt from T Nori on defense. In KG, I'm hoping that this is it felt like a little bit of an awkward start, but hopefully this is a great start to a great series.
Oh, I agree. I think I would call this awkward. I mean, I would say the Penguins had to wait a long time to give them a lot of props for, just hanging in there. It can get a little weird, but we've got plenty of time. 30 seconds have gone by, and it's only 1-0. Gamer Shade is a little slow on Robot Man. Robot Man has another play on it, misses it, unfortunately, and not able to get that second touch. T Nori can't beat DFAT. DFAT trying to beat Gamer. Gamer gets it away from DFAT. Robot possibly going up before T Nori, but T Nori with a good 50 and sending it into the Gator zone, with DFAT stealing that corner boost and missing that one. That's a good turn by Robot Man, because that was a good play by the Penguins, but they couldn't get a solid hit on there. And Galloway, it's been only a minute, and even though there was a 1-0 lead, I don't see anybody who really has. Never mind.
You were saying, right as you tried to throw it to me, you couldn't get away from the caster curse in time.
Nope.
Valiant
I
effort.
tried to speak as fast as I could, Galloway.
I could tell, man. We've all been there as casters. But as we were just joking about, DFAT was able to get there. Both of this Gators team does have a goal now, both of them very even in the points, showing up extremely as late as they were. Apparently not needing to warm up because they're doing very good. Ooh. Gamer Shade almost able to hit that sick double. Couldn't quite get it. Tom, aka T Nori, just barely missing the challenge there. Gators now trying to put the kibosh by getting a third goal early, but can't get it past the defense. However, DFAT is there to keep pushing it. Tom, able to get it around. Robot Man is open net for the time being. 2v1 now, but DFAT is very low in the boost, but plays it well and sends it out, making Shade having the reset. And it's just a good defense just showing, and Gators kind of looking strong despite having almost 10 seconds of warm-up time, aka no warm-up time. Ooh, beautiful.
That was a nice play right there. You're right. They have no warm-up time, but at the same time, Penguins had pretty much 15 minutes of sitting there. So, they're both of them a little bit cold. That's a good play right there.
Now, I can't let you. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I can't let you get away from that, KG. Penguins, cold, getting ice. Isn't that what they live for?
I'm just saying, you never really. Some penguins like it warm. I don't think that's true.
No.
I'm just.
There are some penguins in South America, if I'm not mistaken. And there was that movie about Madagascar.
See, this is true. Those particular penguins are a breed that I love. I don't know what they are, but they are amazing. Gamer taking it to the exactly. Gamer taking it to the corner, trying to get off the wall. A little bit awkward. DFAT coming up, gets that mid boost, sending it in, but T Nori's right there to clear it out. Going up for it with no boost, missing it. A little awkward touch. Robot having to send it into his own corner. A little bit of a center by Gamer, but no follow-up, and DFAT sends it back, gets it around T Nori, and they extend this lead with 2:12 to go, 3-1.
3-1 indeed, a beautiful play. DFAT getting himself his own pass off the ceiling. T Nori unable to get up in time to get to it, and was a little too far out from the top of his net, which is extremely awkward to do, especially when you're underneath that crossbar. It's hard to go up without hitting that crossbar while it's trying to stick so close to it. A valiant effort, but not quite able to do it. DFAT barely avoided sliding it, but Robot Man able to slam it home before the defense could retaliate and recover. And it's just incredibly awkward for Shade there. Unfortunate that it was just so close to not going in and going wide, but a beautiful cleanup by Robot Man. Gators are just stomping and chomping their way to a victory here.
Yeah, you needed to go for. I think Gamer did a good job going for that. Had to because you didn't want to risk it. And still plenty of time. I think 2 minutes, 3 goals in games like this. It's possible, but a good 50 and a good win by Robot. Double miss. It's gonna go off the back wall. Gamer Shade with a great clear. I'm calling it a save, but it doesn't matter what I think, because Rocket League controls all of that. Back wall pass. Gamer Shade going up. Demos DFAT, who I'm not sure who hit the ball right there. I didn't see a save on there. T-Nori having to catch it, but instead, I think a missed touch hits off the wall. DFAT sends it back. Gets that follow-up. What a shot, Galloway.
Ooh, that was just nasty from the DFAT, man. This dude seeing the beautiful double touch. Shade was absolutely not ready for that after going for that first jump for the first shot. And even though he went straight down and recovered rather well, he just didn't have the time to just retaliate to that beautiful double. And this man DFAT is off to his hat trick. Robot Man is also trying to get there. Robot Man, speaking of which, is bumping the teammate, turning this into a 1v1 where DFAT will shine in if you give him the opportunity. He loves those 1v1s, but I'm not going to count this Penguins team out yet. And though there's a C lineup from this Penguins roster, Shade's done a lot of good things. Tom is a well-known name in the history books, the history annals of FDL, but we do have DFAT getting himself the 4th goal, and this one is quickly coming into a Gators victory for game 1. And the Eagles moment there. Speaking of former Eagles player Tom,
but I'd say Eagles-ish.
Eagles-ish. Yeah, it was going in, but he maybe had the chance of saving it. But yeah, either way, it definitely went in there. The only question I think at this point is, will we go to Brazil or not? Because I do think Gators probably will round this out into a victory.
Yeah, there's not quite enough time. Great stop by Gamer Shade. Look at that touch. 6-2. That was a nice touch. I have to control. Look at that.
Yeah.
Beep. Robot Man goes flying by.
And the good recovery. He got bumped in midair too.
That was a great play by Gamer Shade. They need a little bit of momentum on their side. Maybe another goal or two could get them to get a little more confidence, because this is a big probable win for the Gators, as they've been hitting the ball well. They've been playing well. DFAT with a nice little touch. Gamer Shade sending it out though, nice and easy. Going for another hit, does get that, but no follow up except for the demo. T-Nori maybe going back wall. Robot Man reading this one very well. We're coming up on 10 seconds. And now it's just a matter of if they score anything else, or if this becomes just a harmless end to a game 1.
I think it will go into a harmless end, but we see Penguins really want to carry some extra momentum, but Robot Man's saying no. Gators are trying to make up for the delayed start, trying to have a strong first game and saying, hey, look, we're sorry for holding you up. We are now here to give you the broomstick. And they're very convincing right now, but this Penguins team, like we said, though they are Penguins, are cold, having sat in the lobby for 15 minutes, maybe if not more. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they adjust here in game 2. T-Nor, Shade, we know they're players who are in their own right good players. This is by no means just going to be an overmatch, I feel like.
Yeah, they started to get like a little bit more warm at the end there, if you will. They did though. They sped up a little bit. Some things changed. They were already down a lot, and they kind of picked it up. So like, there's a room for improvement, obviously, but you can't count them out. You can't count anybody out. It's only game 1. A lot of times game 1s happen, and then they come right back and able to read it. So we're about to see some fun. I mean, like, Gamer Shade almost had a crazy double tap off the wall that would have, I think the score would have cut it to 2 at that point, just not able to get it. So
yeah, things
can happen, Galloway.
Oh, absolutely. And game 1 is often referred to as a feeler game. So we will quickly have an answer to how things are going here in game 2.
Oh my gosh, no.
Goal, and I hope that's not how everyone sees things going. I don't want to let my answer that quickly turn out like that, but it's like T-Nori messed up his kickoff. Shade not ready for it. And that's just incredibly unfortunate kickoff, KG, that we have all suffered through.
Yeah, I usually go flying by, like way over, and you just see like a floating car, just not knowing what it's doing. So that right there was just a little bit of a miss. It happens once in a while. Robot Man with no boost, trying to get it, but a good job by Gamer Shade turning on this and getting it around DFAT. Can they push it forward? They do. DFAT with a good 50. T-Nori can't quite get that in. Would have been a nice attempt. T-Nori can't get another follow-up, and a good touch by DFAT, but that's going to be cleared out by Gamer Shade. And 30 seconds in, gets it around one. Gamer Shade another touch, looking for another hit. Does get that one. DFAT has to stop it. This is dangerous. Can he get in there? T-Nori squeaks it in. DFAT couldn't strengthen that one out. And T-Nori, they tie it up.
T-Nori sliding in at 100 miles per hour from that hilltop, just forcing that
What did I just see?
forcing that pebble into his future mate's arm, aka the goal. It's just an absolutely beautiful job by Tom, just telling, I think, was it Robot Man to go to the gym?
I think it was DFAT, actually. The DFAT was right there. Yeah. Robots are made of metal.
No, that is fair. And now Jim's going to help, although I don't know, man. I've seen Terminators, even the people made out of metal can't go down.
This is true. This is very, very possible.
That well-known documentary.
I was going to say it was a documentary. I think there were 3 documentaries, maybe 4 or 5. I don't know. Some of them we don't even talk about. Robot Man sending it center. Can't quite get that one to a teammate. DFAT turns and reads T-Nori. Gamer Shade having to go up and hit in the corner. Getting a save for that and getting it around DFAT and getting around Robot Man. Opportunity for an open goal. Can Gamer Shade get there? Nice and easy. And the Penguins take the lead.
Indeed, and I think this is the Penguins coming up warm, like we were talking about at the end of that last game, or especially you. They're a team that will carry the momentum, and so far they've done a fantastic job. I mean, the 1 second kickoff goal, just right back completely off. That's just a mistake off the kickoff. The fingers weren't quite in the position they needed to be, or they just fat fingered it and hit multiple buttons. It happens to me all the daggone time, but they're carrying that momentum, excuse me, that they have from the end of that first game. And they've effectively scored 3 in a row against this Gators team. I'm not going to quite count that first kickoff goal, because like I said, 1 second mistake happens. It technically counts, but effectively, I'm going to say it doesn't. And they're just off to the races to try to get another one here, but Robot Man will save this, turn it away. Shade, however, will get it past him, but will get bumped for his effort. DFAT sending it, but Shade just still in the way. And this Penguins team is doing a good job of sliding around on the field, and Shade able to slide it behind the defense. Robot Man couldn't quite go gadget his arm forward enough to touch it and save that ball. Penguins up by 2.
70 miles an hour, upper 90. That is an incredible hit from the sidewall. That's a statement right there. The Penguins are looking to make sure that Gators stay where they are, and maybe they don't want to waste all of their energy, because we know how notorious it is. T-Nori going up, Robot Man going up with that. A little bit of a double commit opportunity. Robot Man can't get this touch. Gamer Shade with very little boost, and Robot Man able to get that away. DFAT going for goal. T-Nori have plenty of boost. T-Nori having to go up for it and gets that save. Gamer Shade trying to stop it. DFAT can't quite get this touch. Challenging Gamer Shade, but that ball goes high and off back wall. And right now, whoop. Oh, they had to dodge each other right there. There was an opportunity for Robot Man to come in, and they had to a little bit of miscommunication right there, and Penguins still have a good lead.
Indeed they do. The solidness that the Gators showed has worn off. DFAT looking a little bit awkward, but able to get off that post, realize it's not quite Saturday yet, and is able to get that ball moving forward, but the Penguins are sending it right back in. Tom getting out of the goal, going mid. Shade going to try to catch it, try to bring it around, but will get 50 to the other side. Still staying on it, though, for good center. Robot Man low on boost, having to back off, but gets the boost pad. Tom not quite realizing how awkward Robot Man really truly was. Waited to push in for it, and it's going to create a nice long pinch over. And Gators kind of, it feels like they're kind of regaining themselves, kind of looking a little bit like how the Penguins did in that game 1, if you ask me, KG, minus the fact that they just haven't scored again yet.
Nope. Oh, pass it. T-Nori. T-Nori can't get there. That was an opportunity to extend this lead. Still a minute to go. 2-goal lead is not a lot. So still plenty of time on the clock for the Gators. Good demo by Gamer Shade. Robot Man still takes the ball from the 50, trying to take this one from T-Nori. Gets a pinch off of the ground, off of T-Nori's, I think, front there. Good beat by Gamershade on DFAT. Robot Man having to make a play, backflips, is able to push this forward. It's a little awkward. And we're coming up on 30 seconds as DFAT. I'm not sure what's just slamming their car against the wall right there, passing it to Robot. Robot's looking for a follow-up and gets it. And we have a ball game on our hands with 35 seconds, Galloway.
Indeed, we do. Robot Man making the magic happen, coming in fast before T-Nori is ready for it. But T-Nori, an unfortunate side flip away, tries to do the MJ fadeaway to send it to the corner. Instead, does the Goose Galloway whiff it all and allows the Gators to come back within one. And now pushing it, it's going to be a good center, but Shade able to send it out. Robot will pick up boost to try to send it out and continue to carry it. Gets it past one. Now it goes for the 50, gets it control, but Tom did save it. Backs down as DFAT was in the air, but over drifts, making them a little bit loosey-goosey. And that ball will get sent out, and the Gators so incredibly close there. Will lose control, will now have to struggle, and Penguins sending it out, but it's not down. But Robot Man missing that will mean that the Penguins will take this, and the series will tie up at 1-1.
What does that mean for FDL? That means the 10 o'clock game is probably going to get moved. No, let's be honest. I am excited for, I'm going to hit A just to let you know. I'm excited for the next game in general. That was a good convincing win by the Penguins after a good convincing win by the Gators, although I'd say the Gators came back, played really, really well. Mm-hmm. So I don't think either team has an advantage in this next game. I think this is going to be a good test for both teams.
I will disagree with you to an extent. I think while it is virtually even, I do think, like I said, Penguins carried the momentum from game 1 into game 2. I think they will carry this momentum of the victory into game 3. Well, am I saying that they're going to win it because of that? No. But I'm going to say that they're going to carry on going at a good speed, at a good pace. I think it will be still on the Gators to actually come back here, play a great game, still fine-tune that adjustment to this Penguins team, and they can get themselves a win from it either way. I think it's almost guaranteed to be a close game for sure.
I agree. That's a good catch by Robot Man, and to get that boost, and gets pushed forward. That might be an accidental pool shot goal, but good save by T-Nori. Good demo by DFAT. Gamershade getting around Robot Man. DFAT getting back. Nobody challenging right now. That's a pass to T-Nori. T-Nori going too far above, and Robot Man nice and patient. Now getting around Gamershade. Tries to pass it back to DFAT, but DFAT's a little too close as Gamershade playing very aggressive. Maybe a pass back by Gamershade. DFAT can't push it forward. T-Nori hits it to the side. Robot Man able to get it down. Gamershade sending it right back in. Robot Man having get it in the corner, and my goodness, a minute in. Demo by DFAT. This could be awkward off the ceiling. What the heck is going on, Galloway?
I'm not quite sure, but that demo just worked perfectly from the Gators. DFAT just wanted to punish Shea for some reason in that corner. Paid off to where he couldn't get respawned in time before the 50 from Robot Man goes in. Gators now carrying the momentum from them playing well there at the end of game 2. I say now is pretty much evened out momentum-wise. Gators, of course, are up 1 in this game 3, but momentum's definitely even. I think Gators are just playing extremely well. Still fine-tuning, like I was saying, they needed to do. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Gators score again before the Penguins can get their foothold.
Ooh, nice read by T-Nori. It was a good shot by DFAT. Robot Man's going to get a good 50 on Gamer. Can't get that mid boost. Does end up getting it, turning around. DFAT with a good demo on T-Nori. Robot Man off the wall. Good demo by DFAT yet again. Robot Man trying to make a play off this. Is going to be a bounce off the ground. Gamershade coming back in time. T-Nori getting bumped, by Robot Man. Gamershade can't quite get that on get the demo as Robot Man in the middle taking control. They still have that 1-goal lead. Gamershade clearing it away. DFAT keeping it down, and right now the Gators have a lot of time inside the Penguin zone, and they've kept the ball there.
Yeah, they're doing a great job of just running this Penguin team dry, but Penguins finally getting a little bit of a break, but D-Bat able to stop it short, grabs the boost. That's going to be a fantastic sacrifice by Tom. However, I don't think Shea will be able to make it work.
No
The
way.
Gators able to work together to pinch it out from their side. It's a very, I won't say high risk, but it was definitely a high reward with some moderate level of risk, but this can be a great
Oh
shot.
my
A beautiful
gosh.
save by D-Fat. Robot Man able to send it away before Tom could get a hold of it. Robot Man going to try to put this center, try to get the bump off of T Nori, but is unable to do so. Shea will continue this down, and
Oh no.
oh,
No way. Oh
what
my
a game
gosh.
3 this is, KG.
I can't, what a game 3 is, right? DFAT with an accidental center. Team Nori can't get a good hit on it. That was a save, but then Gamer does not rest and plays still aggressive. And that's what I love to see. Nobody's sitting back and waiting. They're going for it as Robot Man Team Nori meet. That's a good win by Team Nori. Gamershade coming up on it, sending it in. Can't quite get it. DFAT has an opportunity. Good touch by Robot Man and a great bump. What a demo. This is a goal by DFAT. What is going on, Callaway?
I think Gators just want to play with the hearts. Just figure, no, you know what? Here's game 1 in dominating fashion. You know what? Game 2, we'll keep it close, but we'll lose it. Game 3, now we want to play this super well. Keep on fine tuning, as that honker said on the stream, and just make this Penguins team have to play honest and play. I won't say defensively, but they've had a lot of defense going on because of pressure from the Gators team. That's been nice long clear from D-Fat. Shade's going to have to rush back, but he does have time. Shade doing a good enough job to make Robot Man awkward where he couldn't get a solid clear. However, that world turned into a beautiful pass. D-Fat throwing that in, extending that lead to 2. And this Gators team is just wanting to take game 3 and just say, you know what? We want the match point.
That was a really nice. That was 61 miles an hour from that angle. It's a very good hit. Minute 44. Gamershade and DFAT going to meet. Gamershade's going to win that one with Robot getting a decent clear and flipping it to the other side. Gamer with a missed touch. DFAT off the back wall with T Nori sending it into their corner. And DFAT sending it right back in. No foul by Robot Man. DFAT's right there yet again, but a good job by Gamershade. Decent job by Robot Man, but again, no follow-up and no score. Still 3-1, Callaway, and that happened before. They weren't able to get a goal then either.
Very true, but Robot Man getting over above Tom. Tom with no boost getting bailed out by Shade there, as I think Robot Man was following it up. But DFAT will collect this full boost. Going up against Tom with very little boost, but Tom playing that beautifully. Shade missing out on the boost, but able to get the demo. Robot Man, however, getting that midfield, will be playing this collectively. We'll try to put this over. Shade using what little boost he has to pop it up, but DFAT now back into the match, able to get up and over. Robot Man and DFAT are just playing a fantastic job at continuous rotations to keep the ball in the play. And the Penguins are suffering a little bit from it because we see them at times get boost starved, but then something like that happens from Shade, who's able to bring us back in, and then 30 seconds down by 1. You said this earlier. We've seen this before. Will the trend happen again, or will they actually score it and bring us to OT? Or maybe another 2 goals happen?
Well, you never know right there. That's a 50 win, or a 50 that for both teams. Nobody's back. T Nori has an open goal, but no boost. Gamershade's going to take over. Flick it off the back wall. T Nori fouls it up, but no boost and an open goal opportunity for Robot Man. Can they get that on target? Kind of, and it goes in just barely to extend this lead with 12 seconds, Callaway.
I thought for a second Robot Man went to my academy of how to shoot nets, but he was able to send that in without having to touch it a second time to correct it. So he's not an alumni at my school of open net shooting. But Gators will almost certainly take this game 3, giving them the match point in the series, which will put the onus on the Penguins to win 2 in a row, which no team has yet been able to do. But
No way. Oh,
as that ball does fling through, that would have been another goal, but just not enough time. And Gators take game 3, and I won't say a convincing matter, get into this 4-2, but that's only because the Penguins kind of had to start sending it if they wanted to OT it. But it felt like Gators were the ones in control of this match, even with how tight it was. KG.
I agree. Pretty much the entire match until the end, where the Penguins brought it back within one. Then like some things happened, like that pinch save, that was insane. I mean, game right there, everything went well for the Gators, and not enough went right for the Penguins, and that was one of the biggest differences. I mean, like 9 shots to 7 is nothing. The stats and everything's pretty close, but it just the Gators good saves at the right times, and they were able to get it done.
Well, I would add one point to what you just said. I wouldn't say the pinch save was when everything started going right for them, because right before the pinch save, the Gators had 30 to almost a full minute of offensive pressure against the Penguins team. The pinch save came whenever the Penguins was finally able to squeeze it out of their end somehow or another, only for the Gators to just somehow hold off the defense and then pinch it back to put them back on offense again. I mean, they were just doing a lot of things right. I would say that was just kind of the culmination of what they were doing. But Shade now, I think with the car change, if I'm not mistaken, is coming into this feeling strong, feeling fresh. But DFAT says, I'm still me. You ain't scoring here, buddy. But this is going to be a nice awkward touch by Robot Man. DFAT able to bail him out, send it out. Shade going to try to keep this in here, but we'll see what he can do in KG. This is some good action with the demo. I think that will stop the offensive pressure for the Penguins.
Yes, and that was a big demo. The bumps by Gamershade not able to do enough. Well, actually, was able to do enough where T-Nor is able to get a save and get the 50 win right here. Gamershade going up for it, sending it to goal. Defect gets there just in time. What a save. Flicks it up in the air, going for another touch.
Ooh.
Can't quite beat T-Nori. Robot Man follow up, and that's a great save by, I'm not 100% sure. It says Gamershade, but it almost looked like DFAT got that too. DFAT with a little bit of an awkward touch. Just barely gets over Gamershade. Robot Man gets bumped. That's awkward. And sends it in, though. Nobody following it up. Back wall. Gamershade is able to stop it. DFAT's going up. Stays down. And Gamershade is able to get a clear Galloway.
A beautiful clear it was. Both these teams are kind of fighting hard right now. I think this is the longest period we've had without somebody scoring. What an incredibly close save. But Tom, unable to react in time, was unable to put it on. DFAT's going to try to collect this. T-Nori going for the bump, missing it. Shade going for the block, but misses it, gets the bump instead. And both the Penguins running off of fumes right now from how this Gators team is playing. However, DFAT don't have a lot either. Robot Man really the only person that has any except for Shade, who just picks them up. And it'd be I was going to say it would really be a big thing if the Penguins could break free, but I don't think they would be able to. And I think instead, the miscommunication will cost them an open net, and KG, 2 minutes in, still no goal.
No, this is a definitely different territory compared to the rest of the game. Little floater. The kiss off the sidewall and DFAT's. Plop. Actually, that was a fast floater. I'm gonna call that a fast floater. 45 miles an hour for a floater is pretty good, but that definitely got over. It was definitely an unexpected, a little bit of a change up. And the Gallery, that's a big goal this deep in. Although opportunity, but DFAT has enough boost to save that. And halfway through, the Gators have that lead, and they have the momentum that they're looking for.
Indeed, and Shade trying to get the pinch to build up momentum on that ball was to send it down before the Gators can get into position, but unsuccessful in getting the speed he wants. Shade still trying to get this ball center. It's going to be a nice beat, and he gets the boost. T-Nori full boost, deciding to back off. Do not blame him, but he has the advantage here. But DFAT coming from a better position, able to just get the 50 or the really dunk that he wants there. But Shade able to send that out over both of the Gators. Tom chasing down Robot Man, unable to get the demo or the ball. Robot Man will be able to send this Tom a zero boost. It's incredibly dangerous, but he avoids the own goal. He avoids passing the ball and is able to instead stall out the offensive push and give Shade some chance to get in position. But Tom still no boost. Can't say about that, because that was a banger from Robot Man high in the sky. And a fantastic pass from DFAT, not letting Gamer Shade get any kind of momentum going. Oh, I think it came off the Shade's hood.
It did. 90 miles an hour slam. That would have been a banger anyway without that. but that was
Still
that was
a
a
deal.
sealing the deal. That was a great shot. Good touch. That's a good shot too. But DFAT has been playing absolutely amazing. Robot Man, good job going up for it. A miss by Gamer Shade. Couldn't get a nice double off of this one. Robot Man stealing it from DFAT and giving them a goal.
And Shane
Not sure
says, yes, please.
Not sure what that was about. Whee!
That's where it really pays off, ladies and gentlemen, to pay attention to where and how you're rotating out of the play. Because I'm pretty sure he was just trying to stay out of the play. Happened to see him last second, like, oh God, let me get out of your way. It moves down to try to avoid him, and instead goes right into it, which gave the opening of the door to this Penguins team, which waddled right on in. But now Penguins trying to build momentum, trying to get that second goal to try to tie it up. Robot Man cheated up way too close. Did not see T. Nori coming in on that ball, and T. Nori able to throw it home. We have a tied ball game, KG, with a minute 14. This is just now heating up.
Yeah, I think Robot Man was trying to bait him into hitting it, which is, like you said, way too close. And this is an even game. We're nearing the end. The Penguins have a little bit of momentum. DFAT going up for it. Good save by T. Nori. Robot Man going up for it. Good hit by Robot Man. Good save by Gamer Shade. DFAT has it again. Nice little touch. Trying to back wall it. Gamer Shade has no boost. DFAT with a great touch. And that right there, probably knowing that they didn't have any boost left. And DFAT, this is some control.
Indeed, it's a beautiful little pop there to give the Gators the lead with the full 60 seconds remaining. And as much as I want to comment on what one team is doing over the other team right now to really give them the advantage, to really give them what they need to win here, there's really no way to call that, KG. They're both playing extremely well. I would say that the favorability is probably with the Gators right now, not just because they have the lead of one goal, but because of how they're playing. It's just doing a great job at making the Penguins not able to play their game. And back slipping by, I would say it's high favorability for the Gators now. Probably in the realm of 70% chance that they do win this, if not 80. But I am holding out hope for Game 5. We're already this late. Might as well just run the gauntlet.
Yes, run the gauntlet.
Content.
That's right. I still think there's time. They've shown that they can do it. Open goal opportunity can need T. Nori, but no, they're just not getting the touches. That was an open goal opportunity. Gamer Shade turning. Robot Man missing. Back wall. DFAT going up. T. Nori goes for it. Back ball. Can't get it as the post decides not to. And the ball gets cleared, and counter attempt for the Gators could extend this lead. 10 seconds to go, and I think that was it right there, Galloway. They needed that one. And good opportunity there, but not able to get it as the Gators close out the Penguins. 3 games to 1.
Man, that third player for the Gators there just bailed out the Penguins from potentially giving them the OT chance here. Just an absolutely phenomenal game from both of these two teams. I mean, I cannot really say either team was playing terrible, or I can't even say they're playing bad. It's just a really good game from both, very solid. But Gators were able to just out pressure and outmaneuver the Penguins just enough to make the Penguins run a little bit looser than they wanted to do. It made them get a little bit more starved and boost at times that they needed the boost to get the momentum. But it was a very, very good game from both these two teams. And I wish we had time for an interview, but we just unfortunately do not, KG. So I'll let you close it out since you are not joining us for the next hour. So my friend, the legend, just take it away.
Well, we've got one more game. Stay here. Coming up in a few minutes. It's the expert league Huskies and Coyotes. And let me tell you right now, I'm excited for this one. Galloway, Clover. I hope you guys have a good one. And again, guys, don't go away.
Solar eclipses. Solar eclipses. Solar eclipses. Caught up in your gravity, always end up lost in your wake. Intoxicated, maybe we solar eclipses. Solar eclipses. Solar eclipses. Caught up in your gravity, always end up lost in your wake. Intoxicated, maybe we can start it again. Caught up in your gravity, always end up lost in your wake. Intoxicated, maybe we can start it again. Tomorrow we build. Depends on the future we want, we can make it as real. Maybe we will go, give up the ego. Making it feel good. Too scared to just let it go. Too scared to just let it go. Tomorrow we build. Depends on the future we want, we can make it as real. Maybe we will go, give up the ego. Making it feel good. Too scared to just let it go. Too scared to just let it go. Caught up in your gravity, always end up lost in your wake. Intoxicated, maybe we can start it again. Caught up in your gravity, always end up lost in your wake. Intoxicated, maybe we can start it again. We can start it again. We can start it again.
so we could find who could prove themselves to the waves of time. We're trying to repent before you sin. It's like giving up before you begin. Stars were dancing in their line, paths that we could never run. Oh, they were dancing way up high. Stars were dancing in their line, the future we will never run. Dirt on our feet was bone dry, it was bone dry. Thought another goal is all we needed. Taking second chances till we bleed. And when all the love had been depleted, we had but no choice to concede. As the stars were dancing in their line, paths that we could never run. Oh, they were dancing way up high. Stars were dancing in their line, the future we will never run. Dirt on our feet was bone dry, it was bone dry.
deal. Welcome back to the third hour. We have another Expert League match going for you. Huskies, Coyotes. Going to be a fun match, I think. But before we get to that, let's welcome back Clover to the stream. What's going on, brother?
Not much. It's good to be here for this 10 o'clock stream. We've got Expert Coyotes versus Huskies. And I'm really excited to get this game going, so I'd like to hop into it as soon as we possibly can.
You know what? I'm right there with you. I just told them to join up. We got the Huskies coming in at 4-3 with Finer and Hayes on the field against the Coyotes 3-4 with Ray and Flumsky. So this should be an absolute barn burner of a good match. At least I hope so. After that last star match, which was, even though it was a 3-1, it was kind of a nail biter. It was kind of a really close match. So hopefully this match is that intensity.
Yeah, 100%. But let's see here. Hayden with a lot of speed. We're going to see Ray with a shot, little off the crossbar. Finer going up the wall.
Oh.
Gets a flip to get a weird pop there, almost a wizard flick in the air. And Hayden trying to just stay away from the pressure here. But the Coyotes with low boost putting on some pressure. It's looking like trying to put on as much as they can in this first game, right off the bat. Hayden down from ceiling, Flump a little awkward, not getting the touch he wants. Ray's going to clear this one out to their corner. Finer not getting the touch. We've got his teammate on low boost. Flump's going to keep this one in. We're going to see a bump attempt from Finer. Hayden's going to clear this one into the Coyotes side. Ray not getting a touch, but will get a good 50. He's going to try and play Finer's touch. Doesn't quite get it though. And ball's just going back and forth. I'm not sure what really to say here.
Well, very quick, I do want to admonish myself. I did say it was Finer and Hayes. It is actually Hayden. So I apologize for the incorrect call on who is actually on the field. I can read, I swear. But it's really has been a good match back and forth so far. No team really stepping out, but Huskies do have 2 shots to their name, and Coyotes do have 2 saves to their name. And now the Coyotes 2 shots, but Huskies have only had to make 1 save. So I mean, it's been very even. 2 minutes so far. I mean, it's just, it really is not a whole lot other than you can just kind of talk about how the fact that more than likely, Clover, whenever one of these 2 teams score, it's more than likely they're just going to bust it down wide open and they'll both start scoring.
Yeah. And by the looks of it, just pressure back and forth. It's kind of hard to tell who's really doing better, I would say. Ray with no boost, goes for the bump, will get it. He's going to stay on this one, take the Huskies corner boost. Now Hayden with no boost will get a 50, not the best, but does go to his teammate. We're going to see Flump with the beat, trying to fake it out for his teammate. Hayden with the clear out to the side. Ray's going to stay on this one, off the ceiling, takes it to the ground. Finer just a tiny bit awkward there. Hayden will get a save there from Flump's shot. And passes it straight to Flump. And ooh, what a save by Finer. And I think that's the most action we've had all game so far.
It is. And we also got to hear for the first time tonight, if I'm not mistaken, the new crossbar soundbite that this game has added in too. I just now heard it, and that sounds atrocious. I was kind of hoping for the metal bar dropping discourse soundboard, which is atrocious in its own right, but it'd been hilarious. That one's just kind of like, what? That sounds like somebody's actually foreheading the metal bar. But minute 30 remaining. Ray trying to take it away, but there's a great challenge by Hayden. It will go just barely wide, and we still are at 0-0, with it being ever so close at all times to changing.
Yeah, and both teams playing very well, but oh my, that is the scariest thing I have ever seen. And great defense there from the Huskies, just barely keeping it out of their net. And this game is quite interesting. We're seeing good defense, good offense, but not a whole lot of like goals I mean, it's
Or any for that matter. But yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
yeah. I mean,
Just, uh, it's just a beautiful back and forth even match.
and it doesn't get much better than that. It does keep the game intense, especially with less than 30 seconds remaining. Ray with the clear out his corner, off of his wall. We're going to see him grab this mid boost and try and make a play here. Unfortunately, not getting to the open net fast enough, but Huskies with a shot chance here. Ray will clear it out for him. Ray gets the 50 on that ball, and we're going to see Finer off the wall here. Ooh, Hayden with a close shot. Good save there by Flump. And that's not the ground. They will keep it up.
Oh,
Does get a reset, and Ray is going to put that one down. We're going overtime, 0-0, first game. Quite interesting. And this will be a kickoff win from the Coyotes. Ooh, Finer going for boost there. Fakes it out and will clear it. Ray with a potential 1v1. Will not get it over Hayden. Finer's going to try and get to this one and just play it high so his teammate can get a little bit of boost. We're going to see Flump out to Ray. Ray to the back wall. Flump getting a bump on Finer. Finer clearing this one out. He will try to stay on this. Does get the 100 from his corner. Takes it up the wall. Gets a reset. Double reset. Not quite on target, though. Now we're going to see Hayden with low boost. Still trying to pressure this ball as much as he can. And, ooh, you hate to see it. Just barely missing the ball there. And we're going to see Ray on this ball with no boost. Trying to keep the same pressure that the Huskies were trying to keep. We'll see some wall dashes out of Hayden. Finer trying to dribble this ball around Flump. Can't quite do so, though. Ray with no boost. Ray gets the 100 from the mid. It's looking like he tried to go for a bump, but was a little too awkward for that. And a minute into overtime, it's quite dead even, I would say.
Indeed, and I will say they made me a liar about one thing for sure, is that whenever somebody the first score, it would be just opening up the floodgates. Instead, they decided to put it in a situation where only one team could possibly score. They worked off of a beautiful demo by Plumpsky, and Coyotes will take game one in a minute, 30 OT, if I'm not mistaken. And almost a dead even heater between these two teams. Just 9 shots from Coyotes versus 8 from Huskies. 6 saves from Huskies versus 4 from Coyotes. I mean, it's just... There's a little bit of inconsistencies there, which could really have changed the tide in a huge way. But otherwise, it's a virtually very dead even match.
Yeah, and for a first game, that's really close, honestly, from both teams. And it's kind of hard to say what the pressure will be like going into game 2. It could repeat itself. It could change into goal after goal after goal. I mean, I guess we'll just have to wait and find out.
Yeah, because when two teams are dead even like this, there's no telling how it will transpire down the line. I mean, it could just, at this point, turn into just a one-sided bloodbath. It could turn into like 5 OTs in a row. There's absolutely no telling. Or it could just be a sweep, but each match is like a dead even heater, just barely. But we're getting these 4 players in here for game number 2. We will have Ray versus Finer off the kickoff, and maybe we'll have a kickoff goal just to end this, just to end the OT potential right off the bat.
And we're going to see back and forth pressure yet again from both sides. Finer will clear this one out. Ray is a little overcommitted, and it could be open for Hayden. Will get the flick, and Flump just not barely able to get there. And we're starting off way different from last time. I'd say quite the opposite. Just a little under 20 seconds into the game, and we've got a goal from the Huskies, turning the tide around.
Indeed, it's a vastly different start, and Coyotes not knowing that both Huskies had 0 boost to their name, not knowing that he had to flick it in because he just couldn't yet. But Coyotes putting on the pressure now, trying to get this past mid. Flumsky, a team bump from Hayden on Finer will make things awkward, but they don't get punished as that was a wide and high shot. So Flumsky's going to try to put pressure on Hayden now, try to get up around him. Will get turned to the corner. Hayden, or Flumsky, sorry, trying to play it out of the corner, but Hayden has other plans. And this will get a little bit awkward for the Coyotes as there will be a demo chase, and it will allow that ball to just float its way in there. And Clover, we have Huskies up by 2. And I guess, you know what? Maybe I'm not a liar after all. After that first goal, now 2 more has happened within a minute.
Yeah, and Huskies really turning this first game around. Or this second game around, sorry. Now, we've got Hayden with a little bit of an awkward save. Finer is there to clean it up for him, though, on Ray. Flump trying to keep this one in, though. Hayden saying no thank you. We've got a pass out to Finer. Finer trying to stay in possession of this ball as much as he can. Flump with a good save, though. Got a demo from Ray. Finer playing this one back to his corner. Hayden getting bumped right after spawning as well. Finer waiting on that corner boost, taking his time with the ball. Ray's challenging this. We've got Hayden with a good clear off of his back wall, though, countering Ray. Finer clearing this one out to the mid. Does get a little bit bumped, though. Goes for the air dribble. Can't quite get the double, but Hayden will be there to clean it up for him.
Indeed, and now Huskies are off to the races, getting that third goal. This really is changing up. And I just noticed, I heard that sound from the crossbar again, but it's much quieter. So I guess it depends on how hard it hits that crossbar, how loud it is, which is a very interesting feature. But I guess that prevents somebody from getting like a pinch save or an awkward like 50 against the crossbar like 3 times in a row and is being allowed things. So you know what? I'm okay with that. But Ray trying to get the bumps on Flumsky, almost getting underneath, but will get saved out. I think I didn't see who it was who actually saved it. But both of them were there from the Huskies. But now Huskies on offense, but backing off due to low boost. Finer trying to be annoying, buy some time for a teammate to come in, which he does. Flump, 0 boost, not much you can do about that. And Ray trying desperately to get in there, but Finer able to slam it home from Hayden. And this Huskies team is really just taking their sled and just got it from point A to point B here in this game too.
And it's so far looking like a dog-eat-dog world, this game. And we got Hayden on the kickoff. Will win it, though. Flump might be able to get the ball here. He will, but does clear it straight out to Finer. Finer up with it. Does hit the ceiling. Ray is able to read it. Flump with a pass upward. Maybe to himself. It does bounce a little weird. Not the shot. Hayden will clear that out for Finer. Now we've got Hayden on the ball again, trying to get as far up as he can. Finer off the corner to Flump. Flump will stay on this. He will get a 50. Finer is on the back wall. He chooses to catch it, try and play an air dribble, but doesn't get the touches he wants. Ray's going to try and stay on this and steal the corner boost. Will bump his teammate, however. Finer with a clear may be able to score this, and he will. 5-0 for the Huskies with 1:56 left on the clock. Quite the turnaround.
Indeed, man. This Husky team has really just opened up game 2. Just, I'm going to keep saying it because the pun just writes itself, but there's off to the races, really just dashing forward in this game, trying to even up the series and just show the momentum, show the other team that they are just there to win it in 3 straight if they're able to. But Ray doing a good job 50 in it. Flump with no boost, or all the boosts rather, against Finer had no boost, but this will be a Huskies goal, and just everything is absolutely coming up Huskies in this game too. Just no wrong can be done, it feels like, and man, it's going to be. I'm pretty sure this Coyotes team has already written this game off, saying, "Hey, you know what? We're not winning this one," but I hope they do try to figure out with the minute 30 that they have, what to do to try to counter this, because with how with how well Huskies are playing right now, Clover, I hate for them to try to figure this out in game 3, without having any success in game 2.
Yeah, and Coyotes kind of fallen off from where they were last time. Their defense not quite as strong, and it's quite unfortunate to see after such a long, intense game like the last one. And the Huskies are just showing them that they're the superior breed, if you will.
Yeah. Yeah, in this K9 battle, Huskies right now certainly are chomping down the hardest. But we still have a minute 9 seconds to get to game number 3. That's gonna be a good fake from Hayden against Ray. And it's now a minute 4 seconds for another goal to the name. And this has just been an absolute stomp. I mean, it's not. It's not hard to commentate because we can start breaking down what the Coyotes are doing wrong. But it's also nice to talk about what the Huskies are doing right. They're just doing a lot of things right. That double tap being one of them from Finer. The mechanics are there. The pressure is just there from this Coyotes team, or Huskies team rather. They're just putting this Coyotes team on their back paw and not giving them much room to ever try something new, it feels like.
Yeah, and I mean, we could go for dog puns all day, but
Honestly, probably could.
yeah. I mean, like I said, dog eat dog world, and Huskies are showing them that they're superior. But 10-0 for the Huskies with only a little under 40 seconds left. I mean, I want to see the Coyotes come back after this game because they definitely need to. This is probably really stressful, I would say, being down 10. It's kind of hard.
Indeed, but we are at 10 seconds remaining. We can write this off here shortly to go into the next one. As soon as they get this ball down here, Huskies are going to try to go for another goal, but Ray will send this away, and game 2 is finally done. I know most of the people are now excited about that and ready to go into game 3. With Hayden, Finer, both in the 1,000-point Mile High Club. Congrats. But Coyotes, you definitely have a lot to adapt. Not maybe adapt to, but to change up here in game 3. Huskies put absolute pressure on you. Both of them didn't give you any chances here. Just stayed at your heel, nipping away, and then just you got to be ready for that. Got to either demo them, get them out of the way, boost starve them, which would be huge as well. But we've seen how quickly they like to turn, even without low boost, just to put the pressure on them. Don't be afraid to try to make this Huskies team run ragged, or just run their own boost out by booming it. Maybe. I'm not quite sure what they're gonna opt to do here, but they definitely got to do something here soon in game 3. I would say probably quickly too, to wash this away.
Yeah, and the goal difference throughout this series is 10-1. So it's kind of hard for the Coyotes, I would say, after that last game. But I guess we'll just have to see in this game 3. And off the kickoff, we're going to have Finer versus Ray. Ray will win this one to the Huskies' back right corner. Ray a little awkward, though, trying to get a pass out to Flump. Flump not reading it, though. Shot from Finer. Flump with the save. Now we're going to see Flump try and take just possession here because he has low boost. Ooh, Ray with a little bit of an overcommit, and that will be goal 1 for the Huskies. Not the best start here from the Coyotes, and really unfortunate commit there from Ray. But I'm hoping they turn it around real quick.
Indeed, and after that game too, there definitely will be a adjusting still. No matter how to get into the rhythm of now playing at a different speed of what they were playing at. Obviously, did not work. But now they got a brief moment for a 2v2 here. Ray, not knowing that his teammate or opponent rather has no boost to his name, will try to play it a little bit slow, which allowed the back man to come up from the Huskies. But now Huskies trying to get the offense going. That's going to be a back pass awkward from Flumsky, but Flumsky able to send it out, try to buy his teammate some time, push the ball down the field. Goes for the demo there was Ray, but he doesn't get it now. Flump going to rush back, misses the ball here. Finally getting it past one. It's going to be awkward for Ray, who has 0 and gets demoed. Flump, 0 boost, goes for the awkward, does not clear it to the corner, and instead keeps it out middle. And that's just proves to be the wrong decision here. And Finer throwing that back in, gets his first goal for this game 3, giving the Huskies a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, and the Huskies are really just stomping down, saying after that first game, you know, they won't take it. And the Coyotes really need to switch up something. We are seeing a demo from Flump, though, which should buy the Coyotes a little bit of time. And, ooh, that's probably one of their biggest problems so far is their double commits. That's happened twice now this game, and could be communication. I have no idea, but whatever it is, definitely need to talk about it.
Yeah, and I think it's just coming from the stress of feeling this pressure that this guy or Husky team is putting on them. You can tell that they're feeling the stress, and that will break down communications. That will create these double commits and awkward situations because you're just not in full rotation and communication with your teammates because of it. And Flump almost getting a shot over, but Hayden with enough time to able to get down from the squishy. Heiner will take it to the corner. Flump going for the instant challenge here. Ray missing the midfield boost, which was very crucial to get back into the play quickly. We'll have to back off and just let Finer send it forward, but Hayden now back. Ray going for the pass, doesn't quite get it over enough. Tries to bump Hayden, but does not move his car at all. A good 50 to the corner. You can hear Finer just right there on the heels. And I think he even got a bump on Ray there. That bounce down won't go over Hayden. Flump trying to send it mid, will send it, but Finer's there. Ray backed off. Flump going for the demo. And this just works into the favor of the Huskies here, especially if Flump can't get to it, but Hayden does not know he has 0 boost. And it still feels to me, Clover, that this Coyotes team, while they are tightening it up a little bit here, they're still in not a good situation. And it still feels like they're just getting pressured to death.
Yeah, and it's kind of hard as well for the Coyotes after that last game. At least if I were the Coyotes, you know, I'd be definitely a little nervous going into this game. And with half the game left, down 3 goals, it's definitely better compared to the last. But we're seeing the same equal pressure, just they gotta find a way to counter it. And that's the hardest part for sure. And to be fair, 2 of the goals were due to fatal mistakes by the Coyotes. And I think if they can work on that, as well as work on trying to get touches that play for your teammate here from the Coyotes, that would be a really big benefit. Because I'm seeing a little bit of solo playing, I would say. And as we know, this is 2v2. So, you got a teammate for a reason, right?
Absolutely. I do want to see this Coyotes team make more use out of those team dynamics. It's hard to do when you're getting out pressured like this, but it's certainly not impossible. They just have to use it wisely with more moving the ball around, whether it's through bangs, whether it's through infield passes, whether it's, like I said earlier, maybe some bump/demo plays. It's just they have got to get something rolling very quickly. But at this rate, I don't think they come back in Game 3, which will put them at or in the match point situation with Huskies having the favorability here. Man, it's incredibly sad after such a good game one. But when a team does ramp up that kind of pressure, that's where it comes down to how a team adapts to it and adjusts. And so far, we have not seen the Coyotes do it.
Yeah,
Now,
and
they did it to some. I'm sorry to cut you off. They did it to a certain extent. It's now 3-0 instead of 10-0, but you know what I mean.
yeah, and that's quite a cutoff there from the Coyotes. We're looking at a lot better defense. Just the smallest mistakes is what's getting them scored on here and making them pray. It's quite a tough situation to be in. 1-2 for the Coyotes. But I definitely do believe they have a chance here because we did see 5 shots from the Coyotes total. So if they can manage to put those in as well, then this will be potentially good for the Coyotes, I would think.
Yeah, they definitely need that ball moving more. I think whenever they're on offense, let them just get caught with that ball getting demoed from behind or get instantly turned on and just that completely foiling them. They need to get that ball moving quicker. I know they like to control their ball, and with the pressure the Huskies are giving on you at this point, you got to just adapt to the chaos and create some yourself, or just create that space so you can take your time. They're not doing either right now. I want to see them start doing that more, and if they can, game 4 here would definitely be open to them scoring and potentially taking control of it. But until then, we're going to have to see what happens because our Huskies already bullying and taking control here in the first 13 seconds.
We're seeing 15 seconds into the game and... Wait a second.
Hello?
We're seeing... Wait. Is that a thing? Can they do that?
I mean, we can't force a team to play if they don't want to, but I don't think we've ever actually ran into that being called on stream, so we need to hear from production how that would be handled. But well, what we're referring to is one of the players from the Coyotes is saying they're old and tired and wanting to get on with the night.
Mm-hmm.
But we will get a rolling on that real quick, see if we can't just save these teams. But also at the same time, I think that would have to be treated as an actual forfeit from the start instead of it being a 3-1, which I don't know how that would play in the stat books, so I don't know if this can actually happen. But we will find out, so I'll let you take this game real quick while I do so.
All right. Well, quite an interesting series so far, and the Huskies are they're dominating so far, and it's kind of unfortunate after that first game, but for fighting so long and then being put down by 10 goals after the second game, it's really hard. But I don't blame them for wanting to forfeit. But I would say they played very well, and I think they did very good in their efforts to at least give it the shot. And good games.
Indeed. And, oh, an incredibly close save. I mean, it feels like it's... I don't want to say it's give up yet because you're definitely within it. You can do it. But it just feels like the... it feels defeated, and I don't feel like that's an unjust characterization. when they're saying that they want to, but at the same time, I get it. But either way, we're going to be playing on here. They're going to try to give it up because either way, at the end, there's still the stat books to look at for both teams, including their own. So even if you lose this battle, you might be able to win a war in a different battlefield later on with the stat book. So we will carry on with this match. It's going to be kind of beautiful team pinch play there, and that's kind of the team plays we're kind of wanting to see. Maybe not to the extent of a from the air to ground pinch, but we really want to see that kind of passing plays or that kind of teamwork from this Coyote team.
Yeah, and I would say with a little bit over half the game left, being 5 goals down, with how these past few games have been going, it's going to be rough to catch up if they're still willing to try for it. And it's looking like the Huskies are just messing around, and you know, it figures after, how the games have been going. I mean, what was it? Coyotes scored just the one, right?
Ever since game 1, I think just the one, yeah.
Yeah. And that's really unfortunate. I would assume the players aren't playing their best today, and, that's fine. It happens. But definitely appreciate the efforts, and great game so far. And this game is turning out to be not the greatest, I would say, personally, but definitely still fun to watch.
I mean, if nothing else, it serves as a good I won't say master class, but it works as a good course watching the Huskies player or a Huskies team rather, just to say, hey, look, this is how you can turn up that kind of pressure to really get into a team's head, because without a doubt that's happened. This Huskies team got into the heads of the Coyotes, wore them down mentally as well as physically. This works as a great course on how to do such a thing, From game 1 being incredibly close to just from there on, Huskies just out pressuring, out maneuvering this Coyotes team. That in itself is a great thing to learn if you're another team or like a lower league player wanting to get better yourself.
100% agree with that. And to be fair, I mean, I really don't think the Coyotes played their best today. I know they can do better, and it really
Yeah.
just sucks. It's the most
Yeah.
unfortunate thing when communication isn't good, or like you had a long day, but it happens, and there's not much we can really do about that. But it's looking like the Coyotes have fully given up, and we're starting to go AFK there for a second. But I mean, I want to hear more about what you think about this.
I mean, it's incredibly unfortunate. Coyotes are definitely not trying. The Huskies are trying to add to the stat books, it looks like. So a little bit of, I guess, well, not I guess. Let's just be at that point to try hard to score. But, the team's already wanted to forfeit and feeling defeated at that point. I know I understand you want to add to your stat books, but give them a little bit of dignity towards the end. It was a great game. You played phenomenal. If you're the Huskies, you just absolutely destroyed them mentally and physically there. So that's a great breakdown of another team. I mean, like I said, it's not quite maybe a masterclass, but
Mm-hmm.
it's
And
just it's just it's a rough match, but well done from the Huskies.
yeah, agreed. And by the looks of it, they went all out, and you really like to see that as well. But whew, Interesting game today. 100%.
Indeed. And we'll see about getting the interview. We're waiting to hear back from production. Since it is starting to get a little bit late, we will, and if we've been running behind because of previous games, we will hear from him. Whether we're waiting to hear back from how this will work if we had the time for it. But, you know, excuse me. It was a fantastic game one for sure. Huskies ramped up pressure like 20 times hard in game two. Really put the kibosh on the Coyotes' momentum. And then just Huskies, the instant challenge and the boost starving. Just the nonstop speed ramping up and the passes going in. Just wear down the Coyotes physically. It didn't, I think, it was game two that was 10-0, if I'm mistaken. I think that started really wearing down on them. And from there on, I mean, it was just a great job from the Huskies, without doubt. And like you said, I don't think we saw the Coyotes really come alive. That we've seen fantastic things from that team, from the Coyotes. I think it's, I don't know, maybe just long days at the office or on the road, who knows. But it felt like not the best came versus the best coming in. And it's just, it's an unfortunate setup. It was a beautiful opportunity, but hey, Huskies, like I said, you had nothing to be upset about. I mean, you play fantastic.
Yeah, and I really think the Huskies played very well, and of course, same for the Coyotes. I feel like I'm kind of just repeating myself because there's not a whole lot to talk about here, other than the Huskies just
Yeah,
came back and started sweeping. It's unfortunate, but
indeed. There's really,
nonetheless,
really
at
not a
the end
lot
of the
you can do
day,
at that point. Yeah,
it's just a game. You know, if you're not playing your best, you can't really control it, and it's rough. But like I said, it's a game, and
sometimes it's not meant to be.
especially yeah, and it's a mind game as well. So after that second game, I would assume they started, panicking a little bit as we saw. But
Indeed, and I do want to say we got words. There's not going to be any interview. It's been a hectic night with how everything's going. It's starting to get a little bit late. We want to go ahead and get this stream closed out, so we shall do so. However, before I do close this out, Clover, we have some great matches tomorrow, and we'll be seeing you and I again tomorrow too, if I'm not mistaken. But tomorrow, 8 p.m., we'll be starting off with Elite League, Owls versus Gators. The rest of them, you can come around yourselves and find out what matches they are. I think they'll be fantastic, so I say you should come. What about you, Clover?
100%, I agree with that. And I'm really excited for tomorrow. Hopefully, we get more exciting games, more fun to have on stream, and I'm really happy about being able to cast tonight with you, Galloway. It was really fun. Thank you for the opportunity.
Hey, you know what? Right back at you, brother. Always a blast. But for FDL, everybody, me and Clover here in the casting booth, original Thor, big streamer man in the background. We appreciate you joining us, and come back tomorrow, 8 p.m. See you there.
Solar eclipses. Solar eclipses. Solar eclipses.
Caught up in your gravity, always end up lost in your wake. Intoxicated, maybe we get started again. Caught up in your gravity, always end up lost in your wake. Intoxicated, maybe we get started.
Everything changed. I
it's real. Maybe we will, though. Give up the ego. Making it feel good. Too scared to just let it go. Too scared to just let it go. Tomorrow we build. Depends on the future we want. We can make it as real. Maybe we will, though. Give up the ego. Making it feel good. Too scared to just let it go. Too scared to just let it go.
Caught up in your gravity, always end up lost in your wake. Intoxicated, maybe we can start again. Caught up in your gravity, always end up lost in your wake. Intoxicated, maybe we can start again. We can start again. We can start it.
Go on, myself. I'm cold, steel, stainless. My glass half full. Always said, don't suffer no fools. Serpents, daydream. I bite, you call me lovely. Got a sweet tooth. Gonna get the sugar from you. When they say I'm a machine gun, I take it as a compliment. Honey, you should know I can be a weapon.